I want to talk briefly about how to stop repeating patterns of mistakes. The perspective I would like to take is in relation to coaching and mentoring. What I mean by that is how today there is a lack of mentorship and coaching in our personal lives. Unfortunately, the older generations have not been able to effectively pass on the baton of successful living and the lessons they have learned to the following generations. And part of the reason is that they have let the world come in their relationships, and the doctrines of selfishness and commercialism and individualism have come into their value system and families. People have been broken out of being part of a whole. We are supposed to learn and inherit things from other people. Firstly, from our parents and family, from relatives and our community. But because we have devalued one another and have been fragmented and broken by people who love power and money, we have not learned how to deal with the problems, sacrifice, and connection. I like what they value in heaven. In heaven, what is really precious does not lie in the abundant gold, silver, the mansions, or the beautiful things, or the music and the sounds, the angels, or anything else. The most valuable thing there is in heaven is people. It's you and it's me. That is what Jesus died and paid for. So one of the reasons we keep making many of the same mistakes is because we haven't been trained properly. We have not been trained on how to manage disappointment, tragedy, temptation, suffering, loss, or how to build and recognize and value good character. We don't know how to discern or identify pitfalls or dangerous people who become pitfalls. We have not been trained how to use the power of suffering or sacrifice, and we don't know how to come out of it to the other side. We are not taught how to interpret life with its varied situations and challenges. We've been paid off or bribed with money, and we have become a bunch of wusses and quitters. We've been trained into believing everything is about us and our comfort, even though our voices and concerns have not been heard. The other thing that has kind of contributed to this problem is the fact that we are encouraged to be rebellious and prideful and not to respect authority. We are encouraged to think of ourselves only, and when we have done this, we are the ones that end up being empty, dissatisfied, empty-hearted, cursed, lonely, and confused. I mean, we have people living, walking, and driving around with their name labels and branding, and often what is behind that on a personal level is the person's ego. The focus on me, and self over others has caused major generational problems. This huge stumbling block has deprived us of real power and strength, and has stopped us from accessing the dynamic power of humility, which we need to fulfill our destiny and positively impact the people we are meant to reach and help. God resists the proud and gives grace to the humble. And grace is the kind of help that we need when we don't measure up or deserve, or when we make serious mistakes. God's grace helps to lift us and provide us with the capacity to get to the places that we cannot get to by ourselves. So us not being humble or us not being teachable has allowed a spirit of fear and rebellion to come in to entrap and destroy us while we think we are doing well. So we are not able to receive from other generations or those who have been where we are. Instead, people think they know better, especially the younger or immature. We have been a generation of babies training babies, the immature training the immature. So making the wrong decision has run rife, and these people of various ages are giving the wrong advice because the advice is rooted in selfishness and foolishness, and they are causing us to make more wrong mistakes, and these mistakes take us longer to recover from. We then have those added problems to clean up and accumulate regret when it is too late. One way you can get out of this cycle is you have to learn to humble yourself and realize that we need to learn from those who know better and that you need the right connections. I know what I know and you know what you know. Now you might know something that I need and that is beneficial to me, but as long as I stick to what I know and I don't listen, then I'm not going to receive the benefit of something that you know. So my life won't be any better because it won't produce beyond what I know. This is what we have been like. You have to humble yourself and be able to be teachable. This is where the tool of coaching and mentoring is very important. Part of being in the process of being mentored means you have to accept the nurture of someone else. You have to respect their authority and what they know. You have to recognize and submit to the process of the nurture of the mentorship. These true and gifted people will know something of great value and may hold the keys to what you need. In addition to that, not only should we not discount what these people say, I'm talking about people who care about you and who have wisdom. People who have a certain power within them, and when they speak, they are different from the run-of-the-mill person. These people have something different and special about them. If you actually listen to and hear them and get heard by them, they have something really important to impart and to say. When you listen to them, you should be willing to go past your addictive behaviors and go past the things that you normally use to distract yourself whenever you feel pain, and be genuine and real with them and listen to their recommendations and lessons. You need to be able to go to these people, humble yourself, be real and listen to them. We need to relate to them on a deep level and submit to their instructions and directions and actually learn to trust them, thus unlocking the capacity in us to see how we can manage their advice and to make use of it in our own lives and in our journey. With these people, you should be able to be safe with them, to express how you think and feel without losing face or value with them. These can't be your normal friends. These are special people. You let their nurture help you to grow and to evolve and to overcome. You should be able to analyze and try out what they suggest and what your spirit reveals to you through relating to them. You must be able to see impactful change and results over time. Another part of this process is that sometimes we come across people and we can see they are really broken and things aren't working right for them. And if we look at the situation, it reminds us of us. Another part of the empowerment is to be able to use what you have and know, and when you are around them and you see that they need something that you have in terms of wisdom and understanding and sometimes natural resources, that you should be able to do to others as you would want to be done to you. Do to other people what you would have them do for you, or that you would want someone to do for you in your need. You may have experienced at one point where you needed something and nobody was there to meet that need and to help you through it. So when you see someone in need and you know that you have the capacity to do something about it in terms of imparting encouragement, information, direction, wisdom, and resources, then you should do that, even if your so-called friends and those around you do not want you to get involved. The cry for destiny and greatness that is calling you must be taken to help the other. So in the process of doing that, nurturing someone else's life, and taking the focus off yourself, you begin to disentangle yourself and to get free from that same problem yourself. And you avoid the mistakes of the generations before you. Their mentorship or baton is passed down so that those who are younger or more immature or are in need can have a better chance at excelling with compassion and value than what we've had. So that will help you in the process to avoid your mistakes. And if you are intentionally consumed with learning and imparting in ways that are beyond what you would normally do by yourself, then you begin to hear the voice of wisdom, even coming out from yourself, whereby steering you to a better life. There is power available when we help other people in meaningful ways, just for the pure sake of love and for the pure sake of making a difference in someone else's life. When you add value to someone else's life, you are actually adding value to your own life, and you begin to be free from the control of corrupt systems around you. And new doors of opportunity, new doors of growth, new doors of healing, and things will open up for you, and you will have the ability and sight to see them and walk through them. As you move in this overflow, you create a vacuum that pulls other people through with you in those new places. When one of us achieves something, we all achieve. When one of us wins, we all win. As long as we have the mindset of mentorship and coaching based in humility, rejecting pride and arrogance is a must in this process, for there is no room for them. That type of sabotage is unwelcomed and does not fit. Even the dysfunctional world recognizes the importance of mentorship and coaching, and there are many highly paid professionals and sports people who seek out mentorship and coaching and are willing to humble themselves in that process so they can get the benefit to get to a place that by themselves they cannot get to. The synergy and the power of someone else's impartation into their life can catapult them into a place that they would like to be in, and that place will bring out the best that they have within themselves. This process that encourages the focus not only within but also without to the outside will help you to avoid your mistakes constantly following you. They stop following you because you are paving new pathways. The problem is not so much that we make mistakes, because that is part of the learning process and that's part of life, and that's one way we learn. But we want the mistakes to have value. We don't want them to become traps where we are stuck in the same mistakes and where we don't know how to get out of them and never move forward. Also, you don't want to be in a place where you lose courage and where you lose motivation and insight and hope. When you allow mistakes to do that, it becomes a big problem. Look around and open your heart to the people that are around you and that are brought to you. It could be anyone in your reach. Seek Jesus for his help to lead and guide you. His help deals with the internal, helping you to be free in your spirit, to be renewed in your soul, which is your mind, will, and emotions, and in your body and life. People are in your life for a reason. Just a short video here. There is a lot in this topic, of course, but I just wanted to touch on this part of it right now. I hope you have enjoyed it. I hope you humble yourself. I hope you help someone else in a life-changing way without expecting anything in return. I hope that this impartation will be like a running stream as it comes out to you. And as you hear these words, as you hear my voice, and as you read these words on the screen, that you will take it and that you will listen to it and that you will let it run through you and that you will let it do its work, and then it will flow out to other people. Take that which is good and will benefit you and is designed to help and transform you, and then let it pass on to someone else. We are all part of one another. We all need each other, and there is something strong and powerful about us being united with one another. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any comments or questions, put them in the comment section below. If you like this video, please like it and share it with your friends. Be the champion you are designed to be. You are a powerful person and you can do it and win. Live an extremely glorious life. Jesus bless and lead you and help you and make you free. Bye.